So today we're going to check out the Pop-Up Parade Yami Yugi figure. So what Pop-Up Parade is that it's a new line of figures that Good Smile does. Good Smile is the same people that do the Figma figures, the Max Factory figures, they do the Nendroids, and normally if you buy like Figma figures, they're a little bit more expensive, like on like the $80, $90 or even higher side. Whereas if you get a Pop-Up Parade figure, it actually retails for 3,900 yen, which is around $35 each. And that way you don't have to pay like an arm and a leg for it. And then on the flip side of this, you see that there are Kotobukiya figures where they're a little bit more expensive. They're around like $80, $90 each. And I'll show you in a bit later where on the scale, they're a lot bigger than these Pop-Up Parade figures. So I'm going to do a quick comparison between the Kotobukiya figure and the Pop-Up Parade figure. The Good Smile Pop-Up Parade figure, the first thing I noticed when I grabbed it was that something seems really off about their skin color. I was telling my wife about it when I got these. I felt like their color just seems really pale and really yellow. It kind of looks like they have jaundice. And the colors are just not as vibrant. I mean, I get it that the figures are, supposed to be more budget friendly, but you would assume someone would look at the skin color and kind of tell you that it looks a little bit off. In the promotional images, as well as, on the review videos I see other people do, no one really points this out or finds a problem with it. Maybe I'll feel a little bit different when I unbox it, but on the general, before I unbox it, I just want to say, the Kotobukiya figure does look more detailed. I mean, it is a little bit more expensive, and it comes with things like, he has his jacket with the cape and everything. But let's just see how it looks. Okay, we're back and finally unboxed it, and there's just certain things I kind of want to say about it. It's kind of weird seeing him looking like he's wearing platform heels. There's something I want to say is, one thing is, I'm not really a fan of the purple base, whereas on the promotional images he had like a clear base. I think like a purple base kind of stands out a little bit too much in the display case. Doesn't really fit along with everything else. As for some design decisions, I don't really understand, to be honest. The card, right? So there's like a tiny card that goes in between his fingers. I don't really get why this is a separate piece, since it's not really like a posable figure per se, and you're never really you can't move the limbs around or anything, so you're never really gonna dismantle it. So I'm not really sure why it's just not a piece that's already attached to the body, especially since the fact that it'll be something that's kind of really easy to lose when you're moving, most likely. I can see a lot of people losing that. Another thing I really didn't get was the Millennium Puzzle. I know it's like a budget figure. The Millennium Puzzle is like there's a lie. It's not an actual chain. It's actually just something that's like really, really rigid. And I also don't really get why it's not really just part of the figure and you have to assemble it, since you're not really gonna, it's not really like a model kit or anything like that. It's also kind of really weird the way it's positioned. You could kind of like warp it a little bit, but yeah, just kind of really weird. I mean, it looks a little bit better once you get in a certain angle and you kind of bend it a little bit, but overall, like, since it's not really like a actual chain, it's kind of, I don't know, not really like a big fan of it. But overall, I would say as a figure itself, it doesn't look too bad once it's unboxed, and it's kind of really, really hard to tell when I say that, the skin color looks very, very pale. On camera, you can't really capture it, but when you actually put it into comparison with, if you put it side by side with like the Kotobukiya one, you'll see that the Kotobukiya one has more of like an actual skin tone, whereas there you go. Whereas when you put it in comparison with the Yami Yugi one with this good smile figure, the Pop-Up Parade one just looks really, really pale and really, really yellow. The colors they chose it looks really washed out. And overall, I would say like if I had a choice and budget was not really an issue, I would definitely choose the Kotobukiya one over this. I think on their end, they really need to do something about it's just the skin color. Something just seems really, really off about the skin color, and I find it a little bit off-putting. But as for like the actual mold itself, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. They even included like his deck holder on the side there. And then, I mean, the fact that they have the Millennium Puzzle and the card as a detail for a $35 figure, I think this is really good. And let's just see what it looks like in a display case. Alright, so we saw the unboxing, I put the figure together, as well as I showed you how it looks like in a display case. Overall, I would say that if I were to give it a rating out of 10, I would probably give this probably like 8 or a 9. Especially for the price point that you're paying for. Of course, like just to remind you, like I did have the gripes where I felt like the skin color is a little bit off, where in person, just a reminder, in person, when you see this, it might not reflect on camera, but when you put it side by side with other figures, like this Cloud, for example, that has like a more normal skin tone, it looks really pale and the color looks really off. But at the end of the day, when you put it into a display case, that's what's the most important thing, right? Or if you display it on your shelf or whatever it is, it looks really nice, honestly. The details are not as detailed, of course, as something like the Kotobukiya one, but of course you're looking at a different price point, which is almost like double or triple of this. For what it is, I think it looks really nice. With this line of figures, the Pop-Up Parade, they have the Dark Magician Girl, as well as the Seto Kaiba one. I'll probably do the Seto Kaiba one to put this side by side inside the display case. I am building a new one without using the legendary decks. I'm going to probably see how I'm going to arrange it. But overall, I would recommend this figure if you're looking for a solid Yu-Gi-Oh figure, especially since the Kotobukiya ones go in and out of stock a lot, as well as a lot of people end up reselling for a higher price. So I would, if you're looking for a Yami Yugi figure, if you don't care about him having like the cape with his jacket on, then this is probably the figure for you, especially at the price point. But if you want something that's a little bit larger, a little bit taller, if you have like a large display case, or if you just want something a little bit more detailed and it's in your price range, I'd probably still recommend the Kotobukiya one. I personally would probably end up displaying this one in my display case just for the sake of the fact that it doesn't eat up one complete shelf on the D12. Aside from that, thank you for watching and have a great day.